Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English Podcast.
6-month success plan that will change your English skill. Learn English through podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn English Podcast.
6-month success plan that will change your English skill. Learn English through podcast. Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you can truly change your life. Not in a year, not in 5 years, but in just 6 months. I call it the 6-month success plan to transform your English skills. And if you are a young learner who dreams of speaking English confidently, understanding movies without subtitles, expressing your ideas clearly, and even thinking in English, then this message is for you. This is not a quick fix, not a magic trick, but a clear, focused plan that you can follow step by step for half a year. And if you do it with discipline, passion, and consistency, your English will grow faster than you ever imagined. Now, the first thing you must understand is that learning English is not only about studying grammar or memorizing words. It is about changing your habits, your mindset, and your daily routine. The English you speak 6 months from now will be a reflection of what you do every single day, starting today. So before we talk about methods and tools, I want you to remember this. Success in English, just like success in life, is not built in one day. It is built day by day. Every time you listen to an English podcast, every time you write one sentence, every time you speak one word, you are building your future self. In the first month of this plan, your focus is to build the foundation, not just in grammar, but in discipline and mindset. You must train your mind to treat English not as a subject, but as part of your life. Think of it like building a house. If your foundation is weak, the house will collapse. So in month 1, your job is to prepare your tools, your environment, and your schedule. You will start by creating your own English learning environment at home. This means you change your phone settings to English, you switch your YouTube recommendations to English channels, you follow English creators on TikTok or Instagram, and you start surrounding yourself with English words every single day. You see, your environment shapes your habits, and your habits shape your results. If your phone, your music, your movies, and your online world are in English, your brain begins to adjust automatically. This is called immersion, and it is one of the most powerful ways to learn any language. In this first month, you don't need to pressure yourself to speak perfectly. Your focus is exposure and curiosity. Every day, listen to at least 30 minutes of English podcasts. Choose a level that matches you. If you are a beginner, start with slow podcasts like ESL Pod, English Learning for Curious Minds, or BBC Learning English. If you are intermediate or advanced, listen to something that challenges you, maybe All Ears English or Luke's English podcast, or any show that talks about interesting topics. The key is to listen actively, not passively. Take notes of new words, repeat sentences you like, and mimic the pronunciation. When you do this daily, your ears will start recognizing patterns, and you'll notice that English no longer sounds like noise. It becomes familiar music to your mind. Now, during the second week, start building your vocabulary system. Remember, vocabulary is the heart of communication. Without words, grammar means nothing. But don't just memorize random words from a list. That's boring and inefficient. Use apps like Anki, Quizlet, or Memrise to create flashcards of the words you actually hear in your podcasts. This way, you learn vocabulary in real context, not in isolation. Every day, review your flashcards for at least 10 minutes. Repetition is the mother of mastery. The more you review, the more your brain will remember. And don't just look at the words. Say them out loud. Use them in a sentence. Record yourself if possible. This is how you connect your mouth, ears, and memory together. At this stage, you're not just learning English, You're training your brain to think differently. In fact, research shows that people who actively use technology to learn languages, such as using AI chatbots or language apps, can improve their speaking and comprehension faster than traditional learners. So don't hesitate to use technology. Talk to ChatGPT, talk to Google Assistant, use speech recognition on your phone. Every time you speak and get corrected, you're improving your pronunciation. By the third week, it's time to build your listening and speaking rhythm. The best method is shadowing, repeating what you hear in real time. Choose a short podcast episode or YouTube clip with subtitles. Play it and repeat along with the speaker. This might feel difficult at first, but don't give up. The goal is not perfection. The goal is rhythm and flow. When you shadow every day, your mouth muscles start adjusting to English sounds and your confidence grows naturally. Combine this with the mirror exercise. Stand in front of a mirror and speak for 5 minutes about anything you learned that day. You might think it's strange, but it's one of the most effective ways to train fluency. When you see yourself speaking, you build confidence in body language. The mirror doesn't judge you, and that's why it's a safe space to grow. By the end of month 1, you'll notice something amazing. English will no longer feel like a foreign language. You'll start recognizing words automatically. You'll start enjoying the process. You'll realize that you don't need to force motivation because when you see progress, motivation grows naturally. And this brings us to month 2, the month of structure and balance. In month 2, your goal is to bring more order to your learning. Many young learners start strong, but lose focus after a few weeks because they don't have a plan. So this month, you're going to build your daily English schedule, one that fits your life. You don't need to study 5 hours a day. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. The rule is simple. 1 hour a day is better than 5 hours once a week. Divide your 1 hour into 4 15-minute blocks. The first 15 minutes, listening. Choose one short podcast and focus on understanding. The next 15 minutes, speaking. Summarize what you heard using your own words. You can record your voice or tell it to an AI app. The next 15 minutes, reading. Choose a short article or story in English and read it out loud. The last 15 minutes, writing. Write a short summary of what you learned today, maybe 5 to 10 sentences. This balanced method trains all 4 language skills every day: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And when you train them together, you grow faster. It's like exercising your whole body instead of just one muscle. Technology will be your best partner in this phase. Use online platforms like BBC Learning English, British Council, or VoiceTube to access free learning materials. If you want more interactive experience, use apps like Elsa Speak or SpeechLink to improve pronunciation. These apps listen to your voice, analyze your accent, and give instant feedback. That's something even some teachers can't do immediately. Use Grammarly to correct your writing. Use Youglish to hear how real people pronounce words. Remember, technology gives you 24-hour access to teachers, lessons, and practice. It's not about the tool itself. It's about how you use it. The smartest learners are not those who know every app, but those who use 1 or 2 apps deeply and consistently. In the second half of month 2, start connecting your learning to real-life interests. English is not something to memorize, it's something to live. If you love music, learn English through your favorite songs. If you love movies, choose English ones with subtitles and repeat your favorite lines. If you love sports, follow English-speaking athletes on social media and read their posts. When English becomes part of what you love, it will never feel like work again. And to make your progress visible, keep a language journal. Every day, write what you learned. 1 new phrase, 1 podcast title, 1 reflection. After a few weeks, you'll look back and see how far you've come, and that feeling of progress will push you forward. By the end of month 2, you should start feeling a change in your brain. You will start thinking of English words naturally when you want to describe something. You'll no longer translate everything in your head. You'll start recognizing patterns in grammar without even trying to memorize rules. And that's when you'll realize that English learning is not about intelligence, it's about consistency. If you can stay focused for 2 months, you've already built the discipline that 90% of learners never develop. The next 4 months will take you even further, but everything begins here, with the foundation, with exposure, with discipline, and with passion. By the time you reach month 3, something amazing begins to happen inside you. You start realizing that learning English is no longer a task, it's becoming a habit, a part of your daily rhythm. And you don't need anyone to remind you to study, because now your curiosity drives you forward, your confidence starts to rise, and you begin to feel the language flow through you in conversations, in songs, in videos, in your thoughts. And that's the moment when you truly start living the English language. Month 3 is all about building confidence and real communication, because many learners can read and listen, but they freeze when it's time to speak or write, and that's what this stage is designed to fix. The secret is to turn passive learning into active expression. So now your main mission is to use English in real situations every day, and technology will continue to be your best partner. You can start with English journaling, write about your day, your thoughts, your goals in English every night before you go to sleep. It doesn't matter if your grammar is not perfect. What matters is that you express your ideas, because writing daily will build your thinking structure in English. Then, begin to record your voice as you speak about simple topics, such as your morning routine, your favorite movie, or what you learned today. When you listen to yourself later, you'll notice small mistakes, strange pauses, or unclear pronunciation, and by identifying these, you'll train yourself to speak more naturally. You can even use voice recognition technology or AI-based speaking apps that analyze your pronunciation and suggest corrections in real time. So each day you speak, you improve. During these months, you should also find opportunities to talk to real people. Join online English groups, study communities, or language exchange platforms where you can chat or video call with learners from other countries. Because every time you speak with someone, you learn not just language, but culture, tone, and rhythm, and your confidence multiplies. Don't worry about making mistakes. In fact, mistakes are the fuel that drives growth, and the more you make, the more you learn. This is the moment when you stop saying, "I'm learning English," and start saying, "I'm using English." In month 3, you'll also expand your listening practice to include real conversations, podcasts, and interviews. Listen to content that challenges you, TED Talks, motivational speeches, and long-form discussions, and push your mind to stay focused even when it gets hard. Write down words and expressions that native speakers use, and then practice using them in your daily life. You'll notice that your understanding grows faster when you combine listening with speaking. And here's another secret. Try shadowing exercises. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, copying the accent, tone, and rhythm as closely as possible. This technique helps you sound more natural and trains your mouth to move like a native speaker's. You can shadow your favorite English YouTuber, actor, or motivational speaker. Choose someone whose energy inspires you and make them your speaking model. By the end of month 3, you should feel more comfortable listening and speaking, and that's your sign of real progress. Now, as you enter month 4, it's time to focus on thinking in English. Many learners stay stuck because they always translate from their native language before speaking, and that slows everything down. To change that, you need to immerse yourself completely in English. Change your phone settings, your YouTube recommendations, your social media feed, all to English. Surround your mind with English words until your thoughts start forming naturally in English. Every time you think about something, try to express it in English in your head. For example, when you wake up, don't say to yourself, "I need to brush my teeth" in your native language. Say it in English. When you're walking, describe what you see in English quietly to yourself. These small mental habits will build a direct link between your thoughts and the English language, and that's how fluency begins to form from the inside out. At month 4, it's also time to push your reading and comprehension skills further. Choose one English book or ebook every month, something just a bit above your current level. You can start with simplified versions of novels, short stories, or even biographies of inspiring people like Jack Ma, Steve Jobs, or Denzel Washington. Stories that not only improve your language, but also your mindset. When you read, don't worry about understanding every single word. Focus on the overall meaning first, then go back and highlight phrases or expressions that repeat often. Build your personal vocabulary list and review it using flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet to keep your memory sharp. The key is repetition and real usage. Reviewing is not enough. You must use the new words in your writing or speaking practice immediately. For example, if you learn the phrase, take responsibility, write a short paragraph using it or say it in your next conversation practice. This is how vocabulary moves from memory to mastery. During months 3 and 4, you'll also start to experience some challenges. It's natural. Some days you'll feel tired, some days progress will seem slow, and you might even question your ability. But remember this truth. Every successful person who speaks English fluently once felt the same way. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is persistence. If you keep showing up, if you keep practicing even when you don't feel like it, your effort will eventually turn into skill. Keep your 6-month vision in front of you. Visualize yourself confidently speaking English, joining conversations, understanding everything without subtitles, and feeling proud of how far you've come. That vision is your motivation. To make learning more fun, combine your English with your hobbies. If you love music, start singing English songs and read the lyrics to understand the meaning. If you enjoy movies, start watching them without subtitles and try to guess what's happening by listening carefully. Every hobby can become a learning tool if you use it creatively. And remember, English is not just grammar and vocabulary. It's a bridge to connect you with the world. Every word you learn, every sentence you speak brings you closer to opportunities you never imagined before. Finally, as month 4 ends, review everything you've learned since the beginning. Go back to your notes, your recordings, your journals, and compare your current ability with your first week. You'll be amazed at how much progress you've made. Maybe your pronunciation is clearer, your vocabulary is larger, your confidence is stronger, and that's because you made the decision to take control of your learning. By this point, English is no longer something you're trying to learn. It's something you're starting to live. You're entering the stage where communication becomes natural and your dream of fluency feels real. Keep the momentum strong because the next 2 months, months 5 and 6, will be about transformation, mastery, and using English to open doors in your life that once felt impossible. By the time you reach month 5, you've already built a strong foundation, developed confidence, and built the habit of thinking and living in English. And now it's time to step into the most exciting stage of your 6-month journey, mastery and real-life application. This is where your English moves from being a school subject to becoming your personal tool for success, your bridge to the world. You've come far, but now you must push yourself to apply English in real, meaningful ways. The goal for month 5 is not just to practice English. It's to use it to create, to connect, and to express yourself. Start by challenging yourself with projects that involve English as the main language. For example, you can create a short podcast or YouTube video where you speak about your favorite topic in English. Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on expressing your thoughts clearly. When you create content, you force your brain to organize ideas, choose vocabulary, and speak confidently. And this practice transforms you from a passive learner into an active communicator. You can also write blog posts or social media captions in English, sharing your thoughts, experiences, and lessons you've learned during your English journey. This not only improves your writing skills, but also connects you with others who share the same dream. Because when you share your progress publicly, you inspire others and stay motivated yourself. Remember, confidence grows when you share your voice with the world. At this point, it's also time to immerse yourself fully in English environments. You might not live in an English-speaking country, but you can still create one around you. Watch the news in English, listen to English podcasts while you eat, switch your entertainment to English movies, songs, and interviews. Join English-speaking online groups related to your interests. It could be technology, self-improvement, entrepreneurship, or travel. The goal is to use English in natural, real contexts. The more you use English to learn about the world, the stronger your brain connects the language to real meaning. You'll begin to notice that you no longer think about the grammar behind your sentences, the words simply flow. That's fluency, and it's the reward for all your efforts so far. Another great idea during these months is to find a mentor or a speaking partner. If you know someone who speaks English well, ask them to have weekly conversations with you. If you can't find one locally, there are many online communities where you can join free conversation clubs or practice with learners from other countries. Every real conversation you have is a new step forward. You'll also learn something powerful during this stage. English is not about being perfect. It's about being understood, being confident, and being able to connect your ideas with others. Now, let's talk about your mindset in month 5, because this is where some learners feel tired or lose focus. After 4 months of effort, it's normal to feel like your progress is slowing down. But I want you to remember something very important. The last part of your journey is where real transformation happens. You're polishing your skills now, turning everything you've learned into second nature. Don't measure progress only by new words you learn. Measure it by how easily you can express your thoughts, how comfortable you can join a conversation, how naturally you respond without hesitation. If you stay consistent through these months, the results will surprise you. Keep your study plan flexible but focused. Maybe now you can reduce grammar drills and increase real-life communication. Instead of spending hours studying vocabulary lists, learn from experience. Talk, listen, read, write, and use English as a living language. The key here is quality over quantity. As you enter month 6, this is the stage of transformation and reflection, the month that proves your hard work was worth it. In month 6, your goal is to test your English in real-world situations. Challenge yourself by joining English discussions, volunteering to speak in meetings or presentations, or even attending online webinars or workshops conducted in English. If possible, take an English proficiency test, such as IELTS or TOEFL, not just to get a score, but to measure your improvement and experience formal communication under pressure. You'll realize that all your small daily habits, your podcasts, your journaling, your shadowing, your conversations, have built a strong foundation inside you. You are no longer afraid of English. You are comfortable with it, you enjoy it, and you can express yourself freely. And here's the best part. Once you reach this level, English will continue improving naturally because now it's part of your identity. You've trained your mind to think in English, and that habit will keep growing even after these 6 months end. During this last stage, focus on refinement and mastery. Review your pronunciation again. Using technology, record yourself reading a paragraph and compare it with the native speaker. Notice the tone, rhythm, and melody of their voice, and try to match it. Read aloud every day. This keeps your speaking muscles active and sharp. Practice summarizing podcasts or videos in your own words because summarizing trains your comprehension and vocabulary recall at the same time. You can also explore advanced learning tools like AI tutors, grammar correcting software, or interactive pronunciation coaches to polish the finer details of your English. These tools act like personal teachers who are always available. But remember, the real growth happens not in the tools, but in your mindset. You've built discipline, consistency, and curiosity, the 3 strongest qualities any learner can have. In month 6, you also need to take time to reflect on your journey. Look back at where you started. Maybe 6 months ago, you could barely introduce yourself confidently. Maybe you struggled to understand fast conversations, or maybe you were too shy to speak at all. Now look at you. You can listen, speak, read, and write in English with understanding and confidence. You've changed, not just in language skill, but in character. You've learned patience, resilience, and the value of daily effort. Learning English became a mirror of your growth as a person. And that's the beauty of this journey. It's not just about mastering a language. It's about mastering yourself. As you reflect, write down your biggest lessons, your proudest moments, and your favorite new words. Keep them as a reminder that you are capable of great things when you stay consistent. And now that you've completed your 6-month plan, what comes next? The answer is simple. Never stop learning. English is a living language that grows with you. Continue exploring new topics in English, science, art, culture, leadership, or motivation. Keep your curiosity alive. Listen to English podcasts about personal growth, watch interviews with inspiring people, and use English as a tool to keep learning about the world. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. Make it your lifelong companion, your voice for global connection. And most importantly, share what you've learned. Help other learners who are just starting their journey. Teach them the strategies, habits, and lessons that worked for you. Teaching is one of the best ways to strengthen your own knowledge and to give back to the community that once inspired you. By the end of this journey, you'll realize something powerful. Success doesn't come from luck or talent. It comes from daily discipline, from showing up even on the hard days, from using every tool and opportunity you have. You've proven to yourself that transformation is possible within 6 months if you have the right mindset, plan, and consistency. You started this journey with hope, and now you finish it with pride. You've unlocked a skill that will serve you for the rest of your life, the ability to communicate, connect, and dream in English. And when you look back years from now, you'll smile knowing that this was the moment your life began to change. One word, one sentence, one day at a time. And now, as we reach the conclusion of this 6-month success journey, I want you to take a deep breath and realize how far you've come. 6 months ago, you might have been just a young learner filled with dreams, but also doubts, unsure of where to start or how to stay consistent, maybe even afraid that your English would never improve. But today, after 6 months of dedication, you stand as a different person, someone who has built new habits, new confidence, and a new identity. You've learned that fluency is not about memorizing words or chasing perfection. It's about connection, persistence, and daily practice. You've discovered that technology, when used with purpose, can be the most powerful classroom in the world. Your phone became your teacher, your podcast became your textbook, your voice recorder became your speaking coach, and your daily routine became your English gym. You no longer see learning English as a boring subject. Now you see it as a key that unlocks doors to travel, to opportunity, to knowledge, and to a global community that speaks this universal language. Every step you took during these 6 months mattered. Every morning you listened to an English podcast. Every night you wrote your journal. Every time you dared to speak, even when you were afraid, you were building the bridge to your future. This is the kind of growth that changes lives. But let's be honest, this journey wasn't easy. There were days you wanted to give up, days when you thought you were not improving fast enough, and days when you compared yourself to others and felt small. Yet you didn't stop. You learned to trust the process, to believe that progress takes time, and that even small steps forward are still steps in the right direction. You turn challenges into motivation and mistakes into lessons. You learn that the only real failure is quitting, and you refuse to quit. That mindset is what separates dreamers from doers, and you are now among the doers. You've proven that 6 months of focused effort can do what years of half-hearted study could not. You've shown yourself what consistency truly means, and that realization will serve you in everything else you do in life. Because the truth is, this English journey was never just about language. It was about transformation. It was about building discipline, focus, patience, and courage. You didn't just learn English, you learned how to learn, how to persist, how to overcome fear and grow stronger every day. You've built a version of yourself that believes in progress, that knows success doesn't happen overnight, but through small, daily victories. And now, as you step forward beyond these 6 months, I want you to remember something powerful. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Your 6-month plan was the seed, and now it's time to let it grow into a lifelong journey of mastery. Keep feeding your English every day with curiosity. Keep listening to new podcasts, watching new videos, reading new books, and having new conversations. The more you use English, the more natural it will become. Don't ever think you've reached the limit. There is always another level. Maybe your next goal is to master public speaking in English. Maybe it's to write your first English blog, or to travel abroad and use your English in real life. Whatever your dream is, this skill you've built will carry you there. It will be your passport to new opportunities, new friendships, and new experiences. Every time you open your mouth to speak English confidently, you'll remember this journey. The effort, the mistakes, the late nights, and the moments you pushed yourself when it felt impossible. That memory will remind you that you are capable of more than you think. The real secret of this 6-month plan is not in the lessons themselves, but in the power of routine, mindset, and purpose. You've proven that anyone, no matter where they live, no matter their background, can become fluent if they have the courage to start and the discipline to continue. You are living proof that success belongs to those who are willing to put in the work. You didn't need to go abroad. You didn't need to spend thousands of dollars on expensive classes. All you needed was the decision to show up, to be consistent, to make English a part of your daily life. That decision is what changed everything. So, from now on, never underestimate the power of small actions repeated over time. 10 minutes of English practice today might feel like nothing, but 10 minutes every day for 6 months can change your life. That's what you've done. You've built momentum, and momentum is unstoppable once it starts moving. And maybe you're listening to this right now and thinking, what if I still have a long way to go? And that's okay, because fluency is not a finish line. It's a lifelong relationship with the language. Even native speakers keep learning new words, new expressions, new ways to communicate. So don't wait to feel perfect before you speak. Speak now. Make mistakes now. Learn now. Every conversation is a classroom. Every sentence you speak is progress. Every new word is a tool. You already have everything you need inside you. The courage, the discipline, the belief. And if you ever feel stuck, go back to your why. Why did you start learning English? Maybe it was to connect with people, to get a better job, to travel, or to understand the world better. Whatever your reason was, hold on to it. Your why is your compass, and it will always lead you forward. So as you close this 6-month chapter, stand tall and be proud of yourself. You've turned a dream into action, and action into achievement. You've taken control of your future. And now, as you continue walking this path, use your English to inspire others. Share your story, encourage your friends, and show them that it's possible. Become the voice that tells others, if I can do it, so can you. Because that's how real change spreads. One learner inspiring another, one dream lighting up the next. Remember this, language connects us, but motivation unites us. You are now part of a global family of English learners who believe in growth, persistence, and purpose. The journey doesn't end here. It just becomes bigger. Every podcast you listen to, every book you read, every conversation you have will be another chapter in your lifelong success story. So go forward with confidence. Keep learning, keep growing, keep dreaming. You've already proven that 6 months can change your English. And if 6 months can do that, imagine what a lifetime of curiosity and effort can bring. Let this be your reminder that success is built not in a day, but built every day through small, consistent actions, through belief, and through never giving up. You are the proof that commitment transforms dreams into reality. You are the result of your own persistence. So keep going. Keep shining and let your English be the bridge that connects you to the world, because the world is waiting to hear your voice.